Today, I want to talk about how I'm playing Chopin Nocturne Op. 9 number 2. This is the music score I'm using. All the red noted parts are the correct ones, and the cross marks are what I erased. Let's move on to how I play this piece. Okay, 3 techniques should be generally explained. Number 1, pedal. Number 2, slurs. Number 3, accents. Those are the 3 basic things I'm gonna talk about today. Okay, the number 1 part, the pedal work part, is what defines my play, separating from others. Up to 11 months, how I used pedal was just on or off. After I realized that you can kind of control more finely, I did a lot more things, like just step on a little bit and makes it portato. I also started clarifying the staccato sound by release the pedal or delay the pedal. So at the very beginning of the song, the E flat, the first E flat, second E flat, those 4 sequences, there's staccato. So how I play is like that, right? But everybody seemingly playing. You hear the difference, right? There's no verses. This one rings if you step on the pedal right now, but my pedal comes later. Pedal now, So that's how I do it, and also the rest, right? My middle finger and lift up the pedal to do the quarter rest there on the E flat. Speaking of rest, what's difficult is towards the end. There's 30-second rest after that E flat. And you have to cut it super short while holding on the left hand. That is a tough part. There are 3 staccatissimo. I think I do well on 2 of them. One is this one. And not staccatissimo. I can do it. This staccatissimo. I tend to make it ring. It's kind of difficult for me. For portato, I try to step on the pedal slightly so that it kind of rings a little bit. It doesn't make it completely empty like that completely empty staccato, but like let it ring a little bit. So when I completely empty at the end, but so when I do da 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 da, it's like all like the pedal goes da 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 da, full to quarter, full to quarter, full to quarter, like that, for example. So this is like no pedal, slide pedal. There's like the pedal is like it. Let's say it moves from here to here. Here to here, it doesn't do anything, and here to here, it makes no difference. There's only this much that works, right? So you basically don't need to use this part and that part that doesn't. So only use this range, and that is, I mean, I sometimes go like fully up or fully step down, but I'm trying to only use this range. So step on a little bit and slightly more. It zero pedal to slide pedal. It rings a little bit. So I want to use that to express portato. Like that. So portato is difficult, really, for me. I'm trying to use a shallow pedal. Number 2 is slur. It was about 5 or 6 months, I don't know, I forgot, that I realized it's slur. Wow, what does this mean? And I looked up in the internet. Someone said end of the slur note should be played softly, right? So that's how I made the change. So let's say the slur is composed of 2 notes, and I go first note and second note. And if I kind of realized that if I hold on to the finger of the first note, then hit the second note, it was easier for me to make the second note, the end of slur sound, softer. An example would be this. This. That one. That's how I do the slur. 2 days before 350th recording, I applied that on the left hand. Okay, so the first left hand at the very beginning of the song. Hold on to the pinky. Hold on to the pinky and go to the third beat. 1, 2, 3, like that. So that's how I play on this recording. And number 3, finally, the accent. I delayed them. The last E flat has an accent, okay? Like that. I delay it. So accent, slur, staccato, I think one of the very characteristic phrases that comes kind of over and over, but different arrange, right? The first that's the first one, and second one is there's no accent there. It's just only slurs, 3 slurs. And the last one is played like this with the staccato, so it gets more and more complicated. And the crescendo doesn't start from the beginning. The first 2 beats or 6 beats, there's no crescendo. It's played piano, and then towards the end it becomes crescendo. Like that. That's the third one. So it's quite complicated ornamentation, that's what they say. But to me, this song is a story. Every scene is different, so it has to be different. Life goes on. The time doesn't wait. Nothing is the same with the past. So that's what's expressed. That's how I think about it. And one extra thing I would explain here how I play with the pedal work, that I do something that some other people may not be doing. So at the end, dim, raw, s'mores, and this over here, it's supposed to be like kind of like a diminishing, is disappearing. The pedal is hit over here and never released, right? So all the sound is ringing here, and I hear it. You hear it very clearly when you open it up, right? So when we want to diminish here, I gradually release the pedal and gradually make the ringing sound softer and softer, okay? Like that. So I don't know if anyone's doing it, but that's how I'm doing it. Alright, that's a very rough, basic way of how I play this piece. The music score by Jan Akir. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I want to make a video series that explains how I practice, because I came up with my own practice methods. And another video series I want to make is about what the song is about. You know, what is it? What is the scene? What is the story? I have it. I have no input about the story of Nocturne, except for Nocturne means night or nighttime or something. But by playing and feeling, I have the entire story. Very roughly speaking, the story is men and women liking each other and they make love at the end, right? Very roughly. Let me explain one part, for example, very easy. This part, they're gonna date or they're gonna meet. So they're walking towards each other. It's poco retardando or something. So you slow down. So two people, 1, 2, 3, and meet. So that's the scene. Like that. Alright, I hope you enjoy the recording. See you next time. Bye bye.